Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Previously, we fully finished out exploring that room that the double homicide took place in. And, well, Miles is completely convinced that there's some sort of foul play going on. Someone killed those two men and escaped. However, no one else is really believing him, and poor Gumshoe is taking the fall. So now it looks like he's reporting everything to Manfred, and I'm pretty sure Manfred's not going to like it. He's just going to say, you didn't finish and solve this in 0.02 seconds? What tomfoolery or whatever. Anyway, I guess we should just go on and see what happens. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cadopian Embassy staff member's murder?
Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead. The case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely.
Huh. Looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped.
The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while.
Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell?
What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete.
An outrageous circus. Right, sir.
I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it.
Father of the Year? What an asshole. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation.
Whatever for?
I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt.
The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection.
Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree?
Humph. If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish.
Then you're allowing us to continue.
In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed save for the results of your competition.
Yes, sir. Of course, Papa. The room feels so much lighter with him gone. Franziska, thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on. Yes, just as you wished. I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. Well, okay. I really want to start with these dudes. This has been bugging me. What are you doing here? Sir, nothing to report, sir. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job? Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream. Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. What's the matter, officer? I've been standing here for forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it? No, it's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. So I'm gonna hold it. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all. Don't hold your bladder, folks. It's not good for you. If you have to go, go. In a toilet, please. I can't stop the water, sir. It seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much. Bunch of fools who pretended to not see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool. Oh, well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand? Huh? As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later. She seems to have quite the grudge. It sounds to me like someone wanted a drink. Wow, this thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed. I'm not exactly a fan of plastic models, per se, but even I can sense the superb quality of this model. I simply cannot comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle. Oh, I see. You're a disciple of my father, so you would do well to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things. Yes, perhaps I should take up whipping people like the young lady over here. Okay, it's funny to know that Miles has a model of the Steel Samurai in his office in the future. It's an incredibly detailed model, isn't it? I heard that it cost as much to make that as it cost to build the courthouse itself. What was the point of making such an expensive model? I felt the exact same way upon hearing it. It's so hard to understand such foolishness. Agreed. Miss Yu. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Oh wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karma, and I am about to become the successor to the family's name. About to? I guess that means that for now you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. What? Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have but a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with lines in your forehead. And that to ask of you. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. I feel so much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Well... Does that mean literally the one and only Okay, there's only two possibilities here now. Either Detective Bad and Callisto Yu conspired together to kill those two men, or Manny Cochin is the culprit. And, well, one's more likely than the other, I think. Interesting. Okay. So, I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad. Yeah, he was a detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Of course he was. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister. And Francisca really didn't pay any attention at all, did she? You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. Oh. It's practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her about what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. Nice. You claim that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad. But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody... When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with evidence from KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up. Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras. But there is no footage of him sneaking into the Cadopian embassy himself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him? Do you not know what what a defense attorney is? Yes, that's right. I see. So defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable. What? This is rich. Coming from her, okay. But they are no match for us Von Karmas. I don't believe it. You're serious. Why don't you save that face for something worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself. But I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives. You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, let her have it! Ooh! Franziska, be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully or you may be sued by... Ah! There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. That just now was hilarious, little missy. Of course it was. What is wrong with these two women? What does my pain give them delight? And so, in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information. Namely in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now, thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. My thoughts exactly, but first... Yes, what is it? I think this is the first time we've actually had her as a proper follower in this case so far, so I definitely want to ask about the badge. Do you think you can win this competition by simply showing that to me? Not at all. In fact, I was planning to thank you. I wouldn't be a prosecutor today without you and your father. I didn't really do much. You became a prosecutor first, that's all. But just you wait and see, Miles Edgeworth. Very soon, I'll be a prosecutor too. Good. Then we can both send criminals away together as colleagues. But you can be sure that I will always get more convictions than you. It's almost cute that she's going this far to insist that she'll always win. Almost. Alright. It feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing. And here we had thought that it was a case where the two men had killed each other. We're lacking in information. And as a Von Karma, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation. Indeed, it is as you say. Heck, I can't believe we agree on something. Just what is so revolting about agreeing? Anyway, our first move should be to speak with everyone related to this case. Indeed. Even if you had not said it, I was planning to do so anyway. What was that lash for? Hell hath no fury like a woman agreed with, I guess. Detective Gumshoe,
Hey, it's you, pal. You're here.
Youch! As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that.
I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't.
Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you.
I have a heart, pal.
But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about, if you really are innocent, that is.
That's right. Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will ya?
I would have done so, even had you not requested me to, detective.
So let's have a chat here.
So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry?
I just asked Detective Bad for the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in my first usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. Oh. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for the detective to be compared to a mere schoolchild.
That's adorable. Speaking of recesses...
You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom?
Earlier at around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet, something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Oh, your words sting worse than your whip, pal.
So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nope, not a thing, pal.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying in your personage.
Oh, wait, you can't do that.
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know.
And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Hello?
Oh, hands off, pal.
Just show it to us already.
Yow!
Annual bonus check within. $5 total. Except there is no check inside. Annual $5.
You've had your look, now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective.
Well, the envelope's empty right here at this moment, but in the past, it could have had anything in it. So, wasn't it said that Mr. Faraday was yelling at Gumshoe talking about his payments? Like, Faraday was saying that Gumshoe's wages would be slashed, right? What if Faraday gave Gumshoe that envelope with something important inside, and the outside showing, like, the annual bonus stuff is just a facade to disguise what was ever truly in there? Like, we know Gumshoe definitely had some sort of order given to him by someone that he has to stay mum about. What was the truth?
I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back.
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
How could you?
I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait, since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Oh. It's a bookshelf from what's this? Judge's Trial Exchange Log. It appears to be a journal where the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of the judges are laid out here on these pages. There's nothing about the court in here, it's just page after page of unrelated drivel. Judging by the content, they are very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu. It would appear that fried oysters are a favorite. I have no use for such foolishly foolish words from that foolishly foolish crowd. Someone please assure me that this is not the true state of this country's judiciary. Oh, Miles. Sweet, innocent, naive Miles. Holy crap, I can look at the foreground? Almost missed that, man. Wait, what? Aren't I supposed to be able to ask him something? Maybe I need to present a piece of evidence. Okay, well, ask him about this then. Let's present. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out of the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yep, not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty.
You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Uh-huh. Oh. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine.
So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Hey, was wondering when she'd show back up. Did she just kick him in the balls? Okay. There's something to be said about a character just creeping in from stage left, kicking someone in the balls, running away, blowing a raspberry, and just peacing out. There really is. Spectacular. How could you have not noticed that coming? Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? Yeah, that money exchange is the biggest Chekhov's gun in the world. I'm waiting for the payoff. kids can sometimes be so cruel. It looks like she dropped something. A Swiss roll? Huh. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all that I need of this man. Now, for Detective Bad and the judge. We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next, then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska? Right, so I suppose we might need to check and see... I might need to check and see, if the vending machine in the hallway can offer this item. You know, Gumshoe literally had no money on him until he cashed this. Literally is a powerful word. I think Miss Yun K. Faraday asked Gumshoe first for a change of money. She wanted to buy a little snack from the vending machine. So when Gumshoe couldn't offer the money, Kay ran out, asked the first man she saw, Miles Edgeworth, for a money exchange. She got a $1 bill. In exchange for spare change, she was able to buy this food. That's what happened. Well, that's really obvious to me. Courthouse Special Swiss rolls. So, large packaging. Courthouse Special Swiss rolls. Is this being sold somewhere on the premises? I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse. I somehow doubt you'd find junk food like this in a restaurant menu, Franziska. Well then, where do they sell these things, huh? A convenience store, I suppose. Well, I'm sure there's no convenience store at this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth. Where in the world did this come from? Question of the day, I think. That scruff-faced movements during the recess are really suspicious. Oh, I suppose you noticed it too, then. Of course I did. Scruffy is giving us a testimony that is nothing but harmful to himself. Normally, criminals would tell the opposite type of lie in an attempt to escape. Yes, that is exactly the same point I'm having trouble understanding. It seems that I need to expose what he was really up to during the recess. And to do that, I should head to the hallway where he was supposedly standing guard. Let's do just that. I don't think they have anything new to say. Well. I already see the Swiss rolls. It's the bottom right out of the 6 options. Yep. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, Detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended... Huh? I bit my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title.
Oh, very well then. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony.
Yes? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw.
All right. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law.
I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements.
Begin investigation.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's take this bit by bit. Let's start here. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime. If you could already tell from a distance, then why are you wasting your time examining it? Franziska, let's not try to rush absolute genius.
Good save.
He's making a most ridiculous-looking face. That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose. I suppose, but to Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight. Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. I'm having thoughts right now. Okay, so you know how Phoenix Wright hangs out in defendant lobby number 2 just down the hallway? That means Phoenix must pass through this hallway a lot. He sees this poster. And I remember in the intro of the second Ace Attorney game, it begins with Phoenix having a nightmare where the judge is a giant looming figure with his gavel at the ready amidst purple skies. And the giant judge swings his gavel down to hit Phoenix, who's all tiny and defenseless. But in reality, the culprit in that initial tutorial case actually just bonked Phoenix on the head with a fire extinguisher while he was sleeping. This is not only a callback to that, but it explains why Phoenix got that mental image of the judge in his head. This poster influenced his dream. This is the most spectacular little detail I've ever seen in my whole life. I love this. Okay, maybe I just pulled all of this out my ass, but at the same time, this game, this expression of art, it invoked this feeling in me. I got this out of this experience. So, death of the author and all that. Okay, moving on. Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer?
Nope. Just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir.
I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh? It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. Did you find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more. Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. $5, you say, that's a very specific amount. It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area. I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Hey. Swiss roll $6? Okay. Gumshoe, lovable saint that he is, probably gave $5 to little Kay. Then she had to get a spare change from Miles for that extra $1. I see how it is. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. 1 packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. I don't like that one. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. For $6. They're awfully overpriced. Wow, she really just had those ready to go, didn't she? Man, it's almost like she was hamming it up. Like that ham sandwich available now for only $8. The lineup is simply awful. Period. Wait a second. I'm now realizing the implications of vending machine milk. That shit's not refrigerated, man. Ugh. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll that little girl dropped is from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. Hot dog. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Ugh. Look, I know that's combining the word hot in both those, but that just conjures to mind hot dog water. That shit's gross. Looks like this is a slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne? Humph, what a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters to Yvonne Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs.
Objection!
Overruled. Okay. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name? Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of a fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and am now utterly famished. If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was act like a normal person. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. Oh wait, that was not Franziska. That's awful. It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge. Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence? Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long. Okay. Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. Guys, this is getting weird. I don't like this. Guys? No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from the various defendants. Help? Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious. Of course not. Well, okay, well that's just the weirdest goddamn thing in the entire franchise. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess. You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh? I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2, after all. Oh. Oh, do they? That's good. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. If you want, you can pool our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Okay, not exactly logic, but I want to show that it's connected. Well, I guess it won't let me then. Oh well. Now then, Mr. Judge, let's rack your brain. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder?
Do you suspect me of something?
No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor.
Very well. You may continue with your testimony.
Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony.
I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being a trial run by this judge. Okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm good now. Wait. Okay, now I'm good. Now I'm good. Okay. Present. Today's trial may have ended abruptly, but we will meet again.
Ho ho ho, I'm looking forward to that day, Mr. Edgeworth.
When I become a prosecutor, you might even see me in your courtroom a few times. I hope you'll treat me with even greater respect than now.
I only ask that you please do not bring a whip into my courtroom.
I'm afraid that issue is not up for negotiation. As long as the whip can't reach his seat, I'm sure his honor will be safe. I think. I feel like the judge got whipped on at least one occasion. Or whipped on one occasion. Did I just say the whip got judged on one occasion? Oh god. I think I did, didn't I? Oh man. Ah, jeez. Zephyr's losing it.
Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom.
Aww. You look so sad.
If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is a window to the men's restroom.
Huh. Oh, that's a line of ants. I was wondering what that crack is. Now I see it. And what is that pink thing on the windowsill?
In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom.
Oh, there are stalls.
When I was going to the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore.
Okay, you had a very, very narrow view of the hallway. Gumshoe could have been crouched down trying to fish out the $5 that got dropped. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Ho ho ho.
Apparently, this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor.
Ho ho ho. Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
Bye, Santa. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Neat. Anything in the bins? Oh, can't even look at them. Okay, bad for last. I need to look out here. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Ah, I can pan down, huh? Oh, hello. Hello. Lots of stuff going there. Okay, what's this? What is this? Some sort of... The kind of curls on this kind of remind me of a partial fragment of a popped balloon. That's what it reminds me of. It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. Oh my god, it might be a balloon! Really? Did I just nail that? Out of hand? Okay, I'll take it. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there's a little litterer running loose inside this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable. Oh! People were saying they heard gunshot. But maybe a balloon just popped. Hello, okay. Oh, this is getting weird. Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. Nyurk. What's wrong with this plant? What's the matter? I pricked myself on one of the cactus's needles. Oh. Yep. That'll do it. Kay Faraday was sitting here on this bench waiting for her papa to get out of that room. She was munching on the cinnamon roll. She dropped a crumb. The ants are all over it. She was holding a balloon, maybe. It popped when it brushed against the cactus, which was swayed by the breeze from the open window. I am a master detective. Bow before my prowess. I called it. I'm calling it. That's exactly what happened. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Yes, it is. Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related. That's gonna be good. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom. I can't see it. At your height, I'm not surprised. You. I guess short people have feelings too. A great man once said, "When you're short, every bump in the road is a hill to die on." Love that line. Okay. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom. I can't see it. Oh wait, we just saw this. I thought we were looking at the bars, but... Okay. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karman name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants. The same goes for you, Franziska. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame! calm down, Franziska. Now, take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps you can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. I've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. Yeah, okay, maybe that's why the judge wasn't able to see Gumshoe as sitting on the bench. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Oh, that detective, he claims that not a single ant slipped by him. And yet here is a whole hill of them. Nyack? What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Ugh. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth. The courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. That's so abusive. Okay. Oh. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought. I'm sorry. Right, okay. Suppose that's it, so... I guess next time, we'll wrap up things here, we'll talk to Mr. Bad, use our logic to connect the pretty obvious dots. From where I'm standing, the chain of events that happen in this hallway seem really clear to me. Like, maybe not the specifics, but I know how things generally went down. But still, nothing about what we learned in this video points to how those bodies ended up in the way they were, and who the real killer is, and how he killed them. That is a deeper mystery for another day, but I quite imagine that we'll have a very easy time in the next video as we try to improve our case here. Yeah, this is like a crystal clear chain of events to me, so happy to say that. In the meantime, yeah, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Ace Attorney Investigations. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.